Hello, Simon Deacon.
Hello, Michael Day. It's wonderful to be here.
We've been doing quite a bit over the last year or more now, and especially the Michael Rhodes interview.
Well, that was an incredible honor to do. I'm still writing high.
So, the purpose of what we're doing today is to give you a brief introduction to the Patreon audience. On October 26th, we're going to be launching the Patreon campaign. And it's very, very exciting because a number of the other flight crew are going to be participating in this on a regular kind of basis, sometimes even weekly, sometimes monthly, and answer a whole pile of questions and give people support, explore our various topics. In terms of keywords and topics and things that you're interested in, things that you do, I know vortex healing is a very prominent thing in your life. Explore that a little bit, please.
I am a professional energy healer, intuitive counselor, artist here in New York City. I've lived here ever since 1994, and it is truly a blessing to be a healer here in New York City. There's a very, very rich community here, and it's also very open to the holistic community as well, where I have been blessed to gain some popularity in my vortex healing practice. Vortex healing is a very powerful calling, which I've been doing since 2001. It's a very powerful energy healing modality, similar to Reiki. Reiki, that's the channeling of healing life essence, which is usually one frequency. With vortex healing, it's very different because it channels very powerful divine healing essences, a very powerful essence of magical divine consciousness. And with that, it creates very powerful healing acceleration of all issues. I'm very moved by all the healing sessions that I'm able to give because of how powerfully it accelerates you through the healing process. It just goes so deeply to release not only mental, emotional, and psychological blocks, but also to just magically transform your reality, to reprogram it, to allow it to vibrate and transform itself to a much more higher vibration. It's very powerful that way. And with vortex healing that I do, I also do intuitive counseling. It's a very beautiful reading where I give soul readings. All I have to do is look at the person directly into their eyes, and I can see very deeply their issues to like unfold before me in terms of what I am seeing, in terms of where they are in their path, how their problems are blocking them. I also receive incredible guidance from their higher selves, or from their angels, angelic guides, spirit guides. Are all there to help me. It's a very beautiful, magical, synchronistic experience. I'm also an artist. That's also an extension of what I do. I love color, and I'm bringing a lot of beautiful expression of magic to my art as well. I also do a little writing. I love to write. I'm always finding ways to share with my insights, if not on my blog, then also on Instagram. And I'm hoping to expand with that, like maybe like with a book or maybe even oracle card. That would be definitely a wonderful combination. So it's all about magic. There is a magic to our reality, and vortex healing is such a perfect catalyst during this time for us to take the very essence of who we are and realize that, of course, we are the masters of our reality, and that we have the power to go within and transform that reality. It's the perfect catalyst. The planet is going through such incredible shifts and changes right now. And it's not just on an individual level. Vortex healers are creating a powerful shift in coming together to channel all this powerful divine healing essences to actually bring shifts in the consciousness of the planet. And we do these powerful earth shift classes. We actually see the shifts of what we are doing unfolding as well. So you see the higher purpose in which this divine consciousness is helping the evolution of the planet as well. It's very powerful and transformational and very needed at this time.
I think you're going to be offering various free sessions as an introduction to our Patreon people. Is that right?
Definitely. Even when it's not a full session, just getting a taste of what vortex healing can channel is still very transformational. Because it's magical, I'm able to encompass everyone in a magical group field to help bring people together so they can really feel more of that shift. So just to help with their energies, but also to help to take any negativity that they're feeling and just transform that. There is a very powerful karmic element to what vortex healing can release. Very powerful when karmic blocks are released. They also creates a very powerful healing acceleration. Also, there is no doubt definitely an astrological alignment to what's going on here. That wasn't my experience, but the more I tuned into the higher consciousness of things, the more I saw that there was an astrological influence, and vortex healing also helps to bring powerful healing and harmony like one of the group healings that I've done is like with Mercury retrograde to bring more harmony into that as well. One thing that I'm proud of is the next group healing that I'm doing, healing compassion burnout, because that I feel is truly aligned, especially with healers and spiritual teachers such as myself. I have no doubt a lot of healers are experiencing this right now. We're all burnt out. I'll probably be doing more than once to bring deep healing to that burnout, to one's nervous system, and also bring a deep healing to unblock the issue of giving and receiving. That's also very important for us to move forward in terms of how spiritual teachers and healers, wish to continue to serve.
The whole thing of the wizard. Do you want to talk a bit about that? And
that is a very beautiful title, because I did have a resonance even as a child to wizards and magic. I used to think that was just my imagination, but I began to see that it was definitely a foreshadowing. Yes, this is definitely a modality where you can call yourself a wizard. It is a title. It is, because it is a wielding of magic. It truly is. The title, like such as witch or druid, you are given such very profound techniques. The magical essence takes this negative conditioning, the trauma, and just goes in and that's the divine alchemy. It goes in, turns it around, and transforms to light. There are many certifications in which you can take, which adds to the power of what you are doing. Sometimes it's not about channeling. It's about opening up divine portals, which you can do either in person or you can do at long distance. There are other vortex healing classes where you can open up very powerful divine doors. This is a very powerful technique of transformation, because you can put it in objects, you can put it in issues, you can put it in general issues that are going on the planet to literally open up a divine door into the consciousness of an issue. That's a very powerful, magical technique that you can do. And all of this comes from the inspiration of Mr. Rick Wyman, who I always appreciate that he's a native New Yorker, originally from Queens. He was first a Jinshin practitioner until he had a very powerful meditation, and he saw the vortex. And that's where we start off in the beginning of our attunements. We are given this healing vortex that's integrated into our heart chakra, which channels about 50 very powerful divine healing energies. That's why it's called vortex healing. It's a vortex wheel that is integrated in our heart chakra. And from there, the lineage grew with other vortex healing teachers, or Merlins, as they are called, because it is the lineage of Merlin. And when I say Merlin, I don't mean the King Arthur legend. Merlin is the perfect name for this lineage because it is the magic which has resonated through the centuries. And if King Arthur Merlin existed, he would probably be the fifth in the lineage. So when we say Merlin, it's not just one person, it's an official title like Guru or Master. And so far we have about, I think, 7 vortex healing teachers, 7 Merlins. And what is very beautiful about that is they're not just repeating the technique to do transmissions and attunements. When they come in to the lineage, they have their own unique expression, and they bring forth more incredible, unique, magical expressions and techniques to teach to the student. So it's just this wonderful, constant evolution. The Rick Wyman and the other teachers, Anthony Gorman, they are constantly bringing forth so many things that we can do to help heal the planet. Rick Wyman created the Earthship classes, Anthony Gorman, creation of the Divine Door, and therefore so many vortex healers who have taken the Divine Door classes come together to open this Divine Door and send you issues on a planetary level. Continuous, wonderful evolution where we are growing in our magical evolution as wizards and as healers. And with that, we can make a powerful contribution to the magical transformation of the planet. Such a beautiful inspiration.
Thank you for that very thorough exploration of that.
A question for you is that you have been definitely working with other healers and mediums, all very powerful. And we have also participated in also very powerful workshops with other mediums. So I was wondering if you could share your experience and your own personal growth and transformation as you're doing this and working with others.
So, yeah, thanks for asking that. The most interesting thing for me is that all of this began with an angelic encounter. And since that time, several years ago now, the guidance and messaging has been increasing and expanding in all sorts of different areas. And often it's very, very subtle. But talking about other healers and spiritual teachers and things, what I'm finding is as topics appear, that it seems like the guidance is they want us to explore more, to bring that knowledge to the fore. Different people, the right people, come into my life in some fashion. I'm constantly learning. And I make no claims to be any kind of an expert on anything, really. I'm just soaking up all of this wonderful wisdom and knowledge, and I feel extremely honored to be able to talk with. Many of them have become active members of our flight. And through that, really the topics that we're exploring, everyone has their unique kind of perspective. And I think it's recognizing the differences and the commonalities boiling down to igniting and sustaining our divine spark.
As I've said before, I am very honored to be part of Beyond Being Human because it is undeniable the magical synchronicity of the connection of all the healers and teachers and mediums coming together to create a very powerful higher purpose. And I look forward to participating more. Happy to answer any questions to bring more deeper transformation, healing, love, and awakening to this wonderful community and those who participate.
Thank you so much, Simon. It's so gratifying for me to have people like you and everyone else participate in this way. And I think we are slowly but surely lifting the vibration of the planet alongside every other group that's doing a similar kind of thing. And there's so much happening now. I'll let you go for now, and thank you again.
All right. Thank you so much, and blessings.
As souls, we go back a long, long way. A community is a new way of looking at a group of people. Like, for instance, originally a village was a design to bring a group of people together so each could support the other. And it was a wonderful way to grow. Then the village grew into a town, and not everybody wanted to support everybody. Some wanted a profit at the expense of others. And then it grew into a city where the whole city is based in competition rather than cooperation. So a city holds the greatest potential for spiritual growth there is, even today, as crazy as they are, simply because if you go into a monastery to learn saintliness and peace, all you will ever do is emulate it. But if you go into conflict, if you go into a battlefield and find peace within that, you have it forever. And New York is a battlefield. And so peace, serenity is not shelter from the storm, it's peace within it. and beyond being human, which is what we're all about, beyond being the limited human that we've settled for. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share a little bit of my wisdom, maybe, with other people. And I think you're a beautiful person, Simon. Your energy comes across in spades, and it's lovely.
Thank you so much.